Hello YouTube, it's your boy, your goy. B3 back with another kicking action figure review. We got another Kamen Rider for you guys today. The current Kamen Rider at the time of recording this. Kamen Rider Zeo Go! Zeo! Rider Kicks figure! Yeah, he's an anniversary rider. As you can see right here on the packaging. There we go. The 20th Kamen Rider Kicks. You know, Heisei 20th Heisei anniversary or whatever. Zeo, show you the packaging real quick. I guess every 10 years we're going to get a pink anniversary rider. I think that's the new thing. He's clock themed. Here's his eyeballs. Rider Armor Series. Very cool. Rider Kicks figure up top. Picture of the figure on the side. Picture of the legal stuff on the bottom. Info. The gimmick for this line, right, is you buy Zeo, the basic Zeo, and then you buy the armor sets, and you snap the armors onto him. I won't be buying armor sets that snap on. I don't want to deal with that. If I was going to do that, I would buy multiple Zeos so I could have all the armors displayed. But instead, I'll probably just get other figures that have the armor sculpted on, like this one with his Decade armor. So, that's probably what I'll do. And I'll just have this Zeo. The only reason I got this Zeo at all, actually, is because my comic shop got him and I traded comics for him. I just traded some comics I didn't want anymore for him. Which I also did for the one I just showed you. But, otherwise I wouldn't have got him. Let's see if I would have been missing out on anything by opening him up. And here he is out of packaging. Rider Kicks figure, Rider Armor Series, Kamen Rider Zeo. Not my favorite gimmick rider toy. Other lines have been much better. I am not impressed. I am 100% not impressed by this figure. I'm not. He's so tiny, so small, which I expected, but god damn he's small. I opened him up. The interior packaging was not very secure at all. He was in this plastic sleeve, and then his feet were just stuck in some cardboard. What? Other riders I thought have been much more secure. I mean, he's not injured or anything, or damaged. I don't know why I said injured. But, yeah, not my favorite so far. He comes with a couple accessories. A pointing hand for his signature pose. And his sword. Not painted, but I didn't expect them to be. Once again, cheaper figure. It's the gimmick. I'm going to go ahead and say, if you're the type of collector that I am, the kind that gets figure arts every once in a while, but mostly gets the gimmick figures, maybe get the figure art for this one. Yeah. Because the cool thing about the way I collect Kamen Rider is, most of the gimmick figures, like this Kamen Rider Drive, or perhaps a Genom, my Genom. I have a few of these gimmick Kamen Riders, a Wizard and etc. I don't know why I'm telling you the names of everyone I have. But they scale well with figure arts, at the same scale as figure arts. Not even damn close to the same scale. You'll see that in size comparisons. The articulation is good in some ways, bad in others. The head moves pretty well, like very well actually. This torso joint I enjoy. Lots of the other gimmicky Kamen Riders don't have torso joints like at all, so that's really fun. The arms, they move fine, up and down, forward and back, bicep swivel, elbow bend, rotation. He doesn't have the finger movement, but that's because his hands are smaller, and he also has an interchangeable hand, which you normally don't get. But there's nothing on the waist because of this, which is totally fine. In and out on the legs, forward and back. No thigh swivel. We're missing the thigh swivel, but it does kind of swivel at the top. not as much as a thigh swivel would be, but they still tried to include that articulation. But how hard would it have been to just give us the thigh swivel, right? A pretty good knee bend. Like, for a single knee bend, that goes pretty far. You can see the holes where the armor pops in. Up and down, side to side on the feet. You know it's a ball peg, so he's got ankle pivot and everything. But yeah, so he lost some articulation, but he also gained some, so it's whatever. Detail and paint aren't bad. Like, for the size and price of this figure, the detail and paint is good, even. I like the head. Head sculpt's good. Head's painted very well. Whole body's painted very well. The driver and whatnot, little clock parts, have a lot of detail, not too much paint. But once again, very small figure. The cheaper scale. This is one for kids. It's just when they make this line, it has they make it with the kids in mind, not the adult collector. Which is why there's no damn paint on the back. Well, actually, that's to save them money, but still. And that actually doesn't bother me, to be completely honest, because that's the back's towards the display, so I don't really care that much if there's no paint on the back, unless it's like a really expensive figure and there's no paint on the back. If I got like a figure art and there wasn't paint on the back, but one of these cheap gimmicks, fine. Once again, didn't pay cash for him, so livable. Now let's get into the complaint I feel a lot of collectors will have about this guy: his size. Now, here he is with one of the regular gimmick figures. I have... Actually, where the hell is my Kamen Rider build? I don't know where I put my Kamen Rider build. He's not on the shelf he's supposed to be on. The Kamen Rider build was the line right before him. So I would show you build, but I don't know where build is, and Grease is still in packaging. So I'm going to show you the line right before that, which was the X-Aid line. Here's Kamen Rider Ginham, level 2. Look at that size difference, people. Look at that size difference. That is a huge difference. That looks like a child. That looks like a child standing next to this gaming god. Why? Why so small? Once the armor's on him, he'll be a bit bigger, but he'll still be small. He'll still be small. Ooh, it's like, ooh. I'll show him with that Kamen Rider Drive type speed from Tire Kokon also. As you can clearly see, he is small. Lots of people thought Zeo would be a chick because pink, and also that breastplate looks like breasts, but their subtitle was Time King, so if you took 5 seconds to read anything, you would know. Sorry, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm going to show him, and by the way, the two figures I just showed you are the same size as figure arts, so that's what it'll look like with figure arts. All my figure arts are behind glass right now. Here's with an American Power Ranger figure, Legacy Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger. This line doesn't really exist anymore, but what it do, fam? Now I'm going to show him with some of the soft vinyl Kamen Riders. Here he is with himself. Yeah, the Rider Hero Series Zeo, Kamen Rider Zeo with Decade Armor. Normally I don't collect this vinyl line, but for Zeo I might. One, because I got a couple of these vinyls because I traded comic books for them. Yeah, I traded comic books for this guy too. They look really nice. Like, he looks really good. Here's another one from Legend Ride History number 6. Kamen Rider O's. Beep. There he am. Post double. Pre-forns. You know what I'm saying. I think I'm going to start collecting these bigger ones because I really like them. But I probably won't be getting any more from this line. He just doesn't go well with any of my other figures, except one. He does go well with my gimmick D-End figure from the Kamen Rider Decade line, because the Decade line, he was the 10th anniversary, this Zeo's the 20th, both pink anniversary riders. The Decade line is also small like this line. I couldn't get to my D-end for this review. Lots of my figures are boxed up right now. Like there's a pile of boxes of figures in them right next to my camera. But so I couldn't get to D-end, sorry. But just know they're about the same size. So if you want to put him with the Decade gimmick figures, they might look pretty damn good together. Because he's the same size. But so small, man. Why so small? Well, I know why. To save money, and the gimmick makes him look a little bigger, but it's still the same price, so come on. But that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. I don't regret trading comics for this figure because I needed to get those comics out of the house anyways. I just sold like 4 long boxes full of comics, and I still have more to sell, so whether I'm getting cash, store credit, or action figures, I'm happy. That's it. If you want this guy to decide for yourself, there's also the figure arts, there's also the standard vinyl. We'll probably get more figures of him down the line. As he guest stars and stuff, and he has more movies. He'll get more forms. So if you just... What I often do is I'll just pick my favorite form of the rider and then keep it, but with Zeo, that would be the build form. So I need to get a vinyl of the build. That's it. Thank you all once again for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. If you want to know where I got this guy, Comics Plus of Macon, Georgia. You can check them out on Facebook at Comics Plus of Macon. You can go to their website and buy action figures, Comics Plus, mycomicsplus.net. They are not sponsoring this. I am merely shouting them out because they did me a real solid with these figures, and I've been shopping there since I was a kid. I absolutely love it. I've been to comic shops all over the U.S., and it's still the best one I've ever been to. And there were also Ultraman, Godzilla, Gamera, Kamen Rider stuff at the store I didn't buy. So that's it. Thank you all once again for your support, and I'll see you all later.